Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers with 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and evil evidence endorsed by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss grandmother's meatballs, right? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry at the same time? Whatever gift like grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit PictureThisPhotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and heard on 30 podcast platforms: Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, Podbean, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today, and for great gift ideas year-round, including Christmas time, celebrations, and more. If you want to just give just for the heck of it, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast and MikeWagnerShow.com. T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and a lot more. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show. And for more great gift ideas, check out the Me and Mos and Zia store on Amazon, like Missing, Ones, Wrinkles, T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and a lot more. Check those out, and also support the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, and also on Anchor FM/support and PayPal. Make sure you do so today. He's backed by popular demand, and he's officially in the Mike Wagner Hall of Fame. So I'm going to work on getting the certificate. And of course, once again, if you hear some knocking and pounding, we're working on getting some rooms expanded, especially for Frank's room. I mean, he's tacked on a number of words, and if you want to check out more about Frank Piombo on the Mike Wagner Show, just go to MikeWagnerShow.com and check out Frank Piombo. And he's back once again, and he's got some brand new news as well, too. We talked about a family concept last time, and he's also up for some awards as well, too. And he's got a brand new album coming out. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in the East Coast, the very, very legendary and very talented and backed by popular demand, Frank Piombo. Frank, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again. You're always a pleasure to have on.
Michael, thank you for having me on the show. I know we spoke early, but I want to congratulate you publicly on everything that's happening with your business and everything. And I'm so proud of you. So you keep up the great work. It's so great. And it's always great to be on your show. I think this is my third or fourth time. I'm not sure.
What?
But it's always a pleasure.
What's the third or fourth? It's like, I can't remember. It's like, I think we seem to talk a lot. So it's like, I think I've lost track, but the folks at Spotify, YouTube, and everything else, I'm sure can tell. It's like, they love to keep track of everything. So
thank you. Yeah, it's great knowing you, and it's a pleasure for me to share what I do with you and your show.
Mm-hmm. And of course, too, last time we talked, you had the album Family Concept, and tell us how's that going, and also what you've been doing during the pandemic, and you also got some terrific news for us.
Yeah, so Family Concept did well. One of the songs on Family Concept, Love That Smooth Latte, which I wrote for my grandson, happened to make it to the top 100 on smoothjazz.com for 6 weeks. So I was sort of very proud of that song. Not because it's a great song, but because I wrote it for my grandson. And also the album now is on Armenia Records. So I'm with that label now. It's called Armenia Records.
Armenia Records.
Yes, Armenia. I do all my recordings at his place. And we have a good relationship going. So I'm I was very proud of that album. It had quite a few great reviews, which I'm proud of. And I think I mentioned the last time, there's a song on there that I'm going to play later. And it's, I wrote it for my brother-in-law. He passed away a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. It's called Green Lights and Rainbows. It's kind of funky. And I wrote it for Tony. Tony had written a letter to everybody. He knew he was on his way out, and he wrote a letter, and it was titled Green Lights and Rainbows. So I said, Tony, do you mind if I write a song? And he said, no, not a problem. So I wrote that song, and not only did I write the song, I wrote the lyrics to that song. So there's an instrumental and there's a vocal version on that album.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm very, very proud of the album. And just about every song on there deals with a family member. A song for my children is on there. I wrote that for my kids. I had no choice. I'm going, you're writing songs for your grandchildren. What about your children? I said, okay, step back. I'll do it. And that's what happened. So, yeah, I'm very proud of that album. But, like every album, you have to kind of move on to the next one. So that was released in 2020. And I missed having a couple of songs on next year's Grammy. Because what happened was that I belonged to the Recording Academy a few years back. Then I left, and then I got back in a couple of years ago. But I missed the deadline by 2 days.
Oh!
So they had to reinstate me in this past June, which means that Family Concept was recorded a year prior. It wasn't eligible.
Oh.
Okay. All the songs have to be from September 1st I think 2020 to September 30, 2020. And this album was recorded in March 2020. So I missed that. So I couldn't send any in this for a consideration. But what I did on my new album, I have 2 songs. One is called Island Dance. Mike, it's a reggae.
Mm-hmm. I'm on.
Well, it's world music. So that's in the Academy's possession right now. And so is the one that I wrote, Dancing in Barcelona. So 2 of them are going to be on the 64th for your consideration voting ballot.
Oh,
so
wow.
if anybody's listening, if you belong to the Academy out there, please vote. Vote for me. It's funny, they changed all the rules now. You can't get anybody to, so you don't have to talk about this as long as I'm doing it. You can't get anybody to promote you, especially if they're connected with, if they're members of the Academy. You got to kind of promote yourself. Mm-hmm. So yes, so my 2 of my songs on the 64th for your consideration. So if anybody's listening that belongs to the is a member of the Academy, check out my songs. And later on, I can tell you what categories there are.
We certainly will do so. And don't forget the vote as well, too. So make sure you vote.
Yeah, you have to be a member of the Academy, though. Rest you can't stumble in and go, I'm voting. It's not happening.
Well, you know something? I'm going to say this right now, Frank, that you definitely have my vote. So here you go. 1 vote, and I'll double that for you. So we encourage everybody that's listening out there, just throw some votes at Frank. So he'll be glad to do so.
I appreciate it. So, yeah, that basically those 2 things that I've been doing so far during the pandemic. And then I received 2 new awards. You want to hear about those?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I think we'll have to add that to a list and just say, hey, can you make some room? We got a couple awards. Thank you. Guys, hear that? Yeah, we need to make some room. Thank you, guys. Okay.
I definitely need some room. I definitely do. So anyway, the first one was for 2021. It's from the World Songwriting Award. So I got credited for writing songs instead of playing them.
Oh, wow.
Most of the time it's best artist. This is for best. Actually, it's called Best Song World Music.
Best Song World Music.
Yeah, and it's from the World Songwriting Award Corporation. And believe it or not, they're nowhere close. They're in Australia. So they heard my music all the way out there.
Oh my
gosh.
I
got that one, which was great. I really enjoyed that one. And I actually had an extra one made for my record company. So they had one as well. And the other one was a good friend of mine. I don't know if I ever mentioned this. Donna Roman Hernandez is a screenwriter. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we became really good friends. And she runs this organization that deals with prevention of crime. Okay. She's an ex-police officer. And she started this film company. I'm sure I want to hit that right. So it's called Blue Force Films. Blue Force. It's about uniforms, so it's about police officers mostly. And so I was given the opportunity in 2013 of having one of my songs open up one of her movies. Okay. So we became good friends, and this year. Last year during the summer, she awarded me with Entertainer of the Year Service Award.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, and it talks about violence, intervention, prevention specialist. That's what she does. So I felt like that was totally different than getting one from a music corporation or something. This came from people that actually looking out for other people not to get hurt. And that's what she stands for. Whether she stands for good cops, but she's against bad cops. So it's kind of she's in that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Taking care of the good ones and make sure that the bad ones don't. Okay. I don't have to say more. Basically, that's what it is. So it's her own company, and it's called Blue Force Films. And she's had a few awards for her movies. Yeah,
amazing.
They're short films, but she's gotten quite a few awards, and I'm very proud of her. So I just wanted to mention her name and what she's done for me. So we collaborate. I say, yeah, take my song. I said, put it on your movie. I didn't even want any money. I just said, you just put it on there. Whatever happens, happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I wanted to mention, I finally became a member of BMI after all these years.
Oh, BMI, congratulations. That is like the cream of the crop for you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
BMI, congratulations.
BMI. So my music is on BMI. I did belong to Sound Exchange, but I found out that Sound Exchange collects your royalties just from radio play and stuff.
Oh, really?
Where BMI goes after like movies, television, and all that kind of stuff, broadcasting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. So I was happy to do that because I was able to put a few of my songs on this company that does music for television, movies, and commercials. So, you know, I'm waiting for my phone to ring. When it rings, I'll call you and let you know.
Sounds good. And if I do get a call, I'll pass it on to you. There's also text, there's voice messaging and conference and all that. It's like it's not just phone calls anymore, text and everything else. I mean, isn't technology fun these days?
Yeah, it really is. It's too much fun to the point where I try to understand it a little better because it confuses me. Some of it confuses me. Mm-hmm. So you asked me about what I did during the COVID. So I sat back, I said, I couldn't play live. All right. So it was about over a year and a half that I haven't performed with my band. Mm-hmm. And I keep getting calls, you know, from the band members, Frank, when we're doing this, And I'm going, as soon as it's 100% sure that we're okay, we'll do something. Maybe not a whole lot, but we'll do something. But last year, disappointed, I lost my bass player. He died.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he was in remission. They came back and they got him real bad. So I lost him. Great guy, great personality, great bass player, you know, but that's life, you know, it's just things happen, you don't like, and you know, you go on. So Daryl Clark was his name. And I think about him all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm so happy that I spoke to him maybe weeks before he passed about getting together and doing something, you know, a promotion on my album. He was so excited. But I know he's looking down. I know he's listening. So it goes out to him. So basically what I did, Michael, is I sat back at the beginning of the year and I said, okay, I have to write some music, you know, because I can't be recycling my old stuff.
Right, exactly.
I sat down and I told you that I love Latin music. I love Latin music. I don't know. Maybe I should have been born in South America or something, or Brazil. You know?
I think we touched on that on some of the previous interviews as well, too. And of course, you can find that as well, too. And Mike Wagner Show podcast, we touched on some of that and maybe just reiterate. And I don't know if you've expanded or not on Latin music. If you haven't really done so, you can mention as well, too. And if a few of you explained it, you know, do so as well, too. I think we touched on some of it. I don't know how far we went on it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. It's crazy, girl. But so anyway, I said Latin. Okay. So I did Middle of the Night in 2013 and won quite a few awards. It was really great. And that song is on that movie with this young lady. It starts off the movie. The movie won a couple minor things, nothing major, but it's okay. It was a good experience for me. Mm-hmm. And so to move on, I said, okay. So I sat there with my guitar and I started fiddling around with some Spanish, you know, modes and stuff and scales. And I said, okay, so I started playing thirds, and all of a sudden, before I knew it, I came out with this dun, 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 dun. Nice. Then I put a middle section to it. Then I had pretty much all of it. Then I said, well, I got to gather the musicians for this. They have to be special. Mm-hmm. So I laid down the drum track my nephew did for me. His name is Antonio Piombo. He does all my drum tracks for me. He's excellent.
Amazing.
I'll send him something. I'll say, Nino, we call him Nino. I said, I want this. Or if I want it exact, you get just exactly how it is. So I had the drum track and I was playing along with it. I said, okay, this feels good. Then I said, okay, so the next thing that has to go on there is the guitar track. So I said, you know what? I play a lot of guitar, but I want to share this with another guitar player. So a friend of mine has a son that goes to Berkeley
Oh,
School
wow.
of Music. Yes, he's a junior,
Mhm.
21 years old. Fantastic. I can't tell you. From my town. So I called him. I said, Mike, would you be interested in doing the rhythm track for the song? He goes, yeah, send it to me. I sent it to him. He goes, yeah, no problem. Now, this is for, oh no, no, I'm on the wrong, I got to take this back. I apologize. This is not the song I'm talking about. This is a Joe sample I'm talking about. We'll get to that in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's one of my favorites as well, too.
Dancing in Barcelona, Barcelona. I called my friend Joaquin Diaz.
Mhm.
Okay, he's the one that is the music director for Romeo Santos. Now I'm on the right track. And so I said, Joaquin, you're not touring, right? He goes, no, and we're not doing any big shows because I told you they sell out Madison Square Garden. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, amazing. It's like
Yeah.
you sell a place like that, you're up there. Yes.
Well, he plays all the bachata, that kind of Spanish music. So Joaquin, we taught school together in Newark. So I
Mhm.
said, Joaquin, can you do me a favor? If you're going to be around, I need a keyboard section done with the song. He goes, all right, send it to me. So first of all, I had to get the bass track on there. So I sent it to my other bass player, Pablo. He's from Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
So I figure I get all the Latin people that I can, right?
Mhm.
So Pablo's put down the track. I send it to Joaquin, and man, I tell you, blew my mind. So now I said, I don't know if I want to add a sax, but I want to add something a little different in one of the verses. So I reached out to my sax player, Rodney Williams, that we collaborated quite a few.
Mhm.
He said, Frank, I'm not going to use the sax, but I'm going to use a horn synthesizer.
Oh, wow.
So it sounds like a flute, but he's a sax player, okay?
Huh.
So he put that on there. So now we get him, we get everybody on there, we get congas, we get everything going, mixed it, did the whole works, did the mastering, put it out there. Some stations are playing it. It's on Spotify, it's on everywhere. It's called Dancing in Barcelona. I get a call. You remember the group The Happenings? See
The Happenings, yes.
you in September.
Oh, yeah, The Happenings. Love those. Yes.
Well, one of the members is a friend of mine. His name is Bob Kulik.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Frank, do you have any lyrics for that song? I said, no. Why, Bob? He goes, I want to sing it. I said, for real? Yes. So
Wow.
I sat down and I wrote the lyrics in about a half hour, 3 verses. I sent it over to him. He goes, Frank, I'm going to make some minor adjustments because of the voice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I said, do whatever you have to. So now that's all done. So he's coming into the studio the beginning of August to lay down the vocal track. So now that's going to be an instrumental and a vocal track of the same song. Okay.
Wow.
But I have Bob Kulik, one of the Happenings, on my CD.
My goodness.
Right. So I wrote that one. But prior to that, to move back just a step, I was getting sick and tired of this COVID, Mike. You know the way it was going.
I think many of us were, talking to people, talking to guests. I mean, you can only play so much, play in your bathroom, living room, rooftop, whatever, or in a litter box. It's like, how many shows can you do it from certain parts of the room, even your kitchen or cooking? It's like, oh, it was like, we want to get out. Or the worst case scenario, or the best is like play from your patio or something. Oh my gosh.
Depressing. So I said, I can write another smooth jazz, another jazz song. I don't want to. I said, I close my eyes and I visualize myself on an island. I said, that's what I'm going to do. So I wrote Island Dance. It's a reggae. Okay. So that song was done with just me, my nephew, and one other person that's playing. He's playing keyboards, marimbas on there. I did some solo. I did the guitar. We overdubbed a lot of stuff. And it was beautiful. It's been playing all over the place. We've been sending it to island places. They play that type of music. So on the album, it's also going to feature Island Dance. Okay. So now we're getting Latin. We're getting world music on there. So then I said, well, I got to keep adding on there. So I said, okay, 10 years ago, I wrote a song called Our Love. Right. And it's a vocal tune. And my friend Angelo Uccello sang it, with Angela Marconi. She did all the harmony in the background. Beautiful song, beautiful. I wrote the lyrics and the music.
Mm-hmm.
So Angela sang it for me, and it ended up on my Sleepwalk album, which 2011. Okay,
Wow.
that's 10 years ago. So I said, you know what? I'm going to work the other way around. I normally write an instrumental and then I write a vocal. Here's a vocal that doesn't have an instrumental. So guess what I did? I called my sax player. I said, Mike Mahdi, he's my sax player. I said, Mike, you think you can do something with this? All sax, harmonies and everything. He goes, no problem, Frank, send it over to me. So I had a track that didn't have the vocals on it. Sent it over to him. He did it in about 3 weeks. Mike, you have to hear it. It's so romantic. It's called Our Love.
Our Love. Oh my gosh. I'm about to play it for my sweetie as well, too, of 30 years. So it's like, I got to play it. Thanks for the reminder. I will do that.
All instrumental on sax and all the harmonies in the background. He did it with 3-4 horns himself, all himself. And I was so pleased to hear that. I said, oh my God, this is so great. So I'm collecting songs now. And then I made a contact with a marketing person that pushes your songs for Billboard. Okay, he heard one of my songs. He dug into my repertoire. He said, Frank, I have a song that I think is going to make it big. I said, which one? He goes, believe it or not, the song I released maybe 11 years ago. It's called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. You remember that song?
Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Yes.
Cannibal Adderley, right? So I said, that's not even my original song. It doesn't matter. He goes, I let my father hear it. I heard it. It's got a lot of potential. Let's promote that song. So that's going on the album because that's getting promoted starting October for 6 months.
Wow.
On radio station, national radio stations.
Okay? Oh my goodness. Is that, are you talking like, a terrestrial station, like a Sirius FM or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I can't mention any stations, but
that's fine.
When it starts dropping, I'm going to call you and give you all the stations.
Oh, definitely. It's like, where to reach me right here. It's just like, you got my number and I am so looking forward to it. It's like, I will carry this with me 24/7 and I'm asleep on that thing. I'll be waiting for it.
I have your number and I will definitely call you and give you that information because I'm excited about it. So then I picked another song that I recorded with Rod Williams back in 2013. It's called As Smooth as It Gets. Okay, I did a radio edit. It went from 6.5 minutes down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Wow.
Okay? So I did a radio edit, which I had never done before. It's a really sweet song. It's beautiful. So that's going to be on the album. So between now and February, I'm hoping to maybe write 1 or 2 more. But then, just to get back to what I was telling you before, I've been listening to a lot of Grover Washington Jr. And I've listened to a lot of Joe Sample. I bought a Victrola. They gave it to me. My daughter and her boyfriend gave it to me for Christmas. Albums. I play albums galore now. Okay, vinyl galore.
Oh yeah, it's coming back. The old Victrola. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm about to scrimp up all my savings and just buy one. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting ideas already for Christmas.
It sounds unbelievable. So I've been buying Joe Sample music, and I came about this one song that's called Love's Paradise, and it's so catchy, man. I'll play a couple licks from it later. So now I started my nephew listened to the original track and he got the drum track exactly like it.
Wow.
So I had to go to I think it's the Jack Fisher Agency in New York and get a mechanical license for it because I don't want to get sued. So anyway, I have a license for that. So now I have the drum track. Now I need a bass track. No, the guitar track first. The bass player needs something to play along with. So I got this kid from Berkeley, right? Michael Patillo. I said, Mike, he goes, send it over, Frank. He sent it back to me. Oh my God. He was he's doing the rhythm, but he's like picking the chords out, which is the way it's done on the album. So we placed that on there. So I said, okay, who's my bass player? I said, Sean O'Brien Smith. He played with Billy Ray Cyrus. He played with Kenny Rogers for 15 years. Okay?
Oh my goodness, the big names, amazing.
Big names. So he lives in Florida now. He was in Tennessee. He got tired with that scene with the Florida. So I said, Sean, I called him. I said, Sean, please. He goes, send it over, Frank. What do you want me to do with it? I said, make it as funky as possible. So he made it as funky as possible. Oh my God, unbelievable. So now I need a keyboard player. So I said, well, how about my keyboard player, Donnie Harrell? He's my keyboard player. He's got that Joe Sample style, okay, funky, and because Joe Sample was with the Crusaders for
right. Remember,
right. So he put that down, okay, and he said, Frank, to do him justice, his solo, I'm going to do the beginning and the end just like him, but in the middle, I'm going to improvise my way. I said, fine, it's fine. I don't want it to be exact. So he did his. Then I went in and I did the melody line. It goes something like this. What did I do? Oh, here it is. It goes like this. I got this right. And then it breaks into. That's the melody line. So
oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I went in the studio and laid that track down. So now it's in the engineer's hands. He's mixing it and sending it back to me if I hear something. And then I laid, my solo in there in certain parts, the guitar solo. So we got that's going on the album, which I'm excited about. I'm telling you, I'm more excited about that cover song than my own. But I just love, when you hear something for this turn. But listen to that. I mean, it's like. Right? It's just, and then it comes back. And you got everybody playing those chords, going up, going down. It's like unbelievable. So I say, okay, so that's where I stand with that. So I'm hoping to release that in either January or February of 2022.
Oh, that's so unbelievable. I mean, you got a lot going on, Frank. It's so amazing.
I'm trying. It's just that, it's, and me, Mike, I don't compete with anybody. I just, I do my own thing. I wish everybody, makes it. I hope everybody does. The thing is, me is that I even though I'm playing a Joe Sample song, I'm not covering him exactly to a T. Okay. We're taking off in different ways where we do him justice, but we also put a little bit of us in the song, and that's the way I feel.
And of course, a lot of respect as well, too. And then we'll have you play a few from your upcoming albums, some of your works as we talked about and everything, and kind of a little medley. We'll do that in just 1 minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Me and Molson Z has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Me and Molson Z, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by a picture of this photo books where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss grandmother's meatballs? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry at the same time? And we're remembrance of grandma's recipes, or just because those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms: Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise at themikewagnershow.com and also on Amazon as well. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. Also check out the great books by me and Molson Zia at the Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia store for great books, merchandise, and more. Don't forget to support us generally at themikewagnershow.com. Click on donate. Also support us on PayPal and Anchor FM/support, and make sure you do so today. We work very hard just for you. We're here with a very multi-talented Frank Piombo. He's back on the Mike Wagner Show. And I guess our construction guys were taking a break on expanding your award room. But right now, we're going to be focusing on your upcoming album, and you'll be playing a little bit for us. So, Frank, the stage is yours, and you always play great music. I'm looking forward to what you got, or we always should say. So
I know, Michael. How much time do I have left?
Oh, let's see. How many can you fit in? About, like, say, a little medley. Like, say you were going to do like about, what was it, 3, 4, 5 songs or something?
Five songs. Yeah, 5 songs.
Five songs.
Very short. I think the whole thing will probably come out to 5-6 minutes. Not really long.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you know what? This will give you a glimpse of what's on the upcoming album. So we're not going to make you do the whole thing. It's like we want people to simply get out and buy the album. That's the whole thing. So, all right, go ahead, Frank. Have at it, and we're looking forward to what you got. So, guys, get some coffee, get some something to drink, and enjoy Frank Piombo right here on the Mike Wagner Show.
Okay, I just want to make sure the volume is good. Okay, this one is Dancing in Barcelona. I'll play a little segment of that. This will be in the album, and we spoke about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little segment from the new song. Of course, there's going to be other instruments on there and some music in the background. So that was that one. And then the other one that's going to be on the album is Lost Paradise by Joe Sample that I played a little bit before. And that goes something like... So basically, that's the melody line. There's a great keyboard. I can't play the keyboard part on there. That my keyboard player Donnie is going to play. Great bass line on there. It's a great song. That'll be on the album as well. There's a couple other songs that I wanted to do for you because I'm kind of I'm very proud of one exceptional one. It's called Rush Hour Funk. Did I ever play that one for you?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think you picked up some awards on that one. But go ahead. And I think I've heard that one before. That's an amazing one, Rush Hour Funk.
That one was on the voting ballot for the Grammys back in 2018. So that was the 60th for your consideration. So the one I just played now, Dancing in Barcelona, will be on the 64th for your consideration. So there's 4 years difference between that one and this one. And it's kind of a song that I really like. So that goes something like this. That's it. So that's Rush Hour Funk, which was one of the, I think it was on the Keep It Moving album. I think I sent that to you.
Yeah, you did. And it was also on your website as well, too. And that's an amazing tune. That's what really got me going. I feel like I'm in Rush Hour doing the funk already. So
you know how this came about? I was in LA and stuck in traffic. I don't know if you ever driven through LA during rush hour.
Oh my gosh, I think I did that in Chicago, which is similar, but it's like I don't miss rush hour whatsoever. I just dump it. Go ahead, keep going here.
So what happened was I got stuck there and I said, what am I going to do? So as I was in there, I was writing a song in my head, Rush Hour Funk. I was in a real funk, was stuck there, couldn't move for about half an hour.
Oh, wow.
And I was going to an award ceremony. Just made it, just in time. So on that one, I had a great sax player on there. His name is Tony Exum Jr. He's from Colorado. And he plays a mean sax on that tune. If you heard it, you know what I'm talking about. So that's I wanted to get that there. Now the other one that I wrote that was on the family concept is the one I wrote for my brother-in-law. So it kind of, I have in the middle there, like 3-part harmony. Everybody's singing except for me, of course.
Even I felt myself singing it all inside.
Just giving it a shot. Yeah. So there is, even in the instrumental, it has that in the middle. You know, green lights and rainbows, green lights and rainbows, and then it breaks out into a guitar solo, and so that sticks out in my head. I had to play that for you because I wrote that for Tony, and unfortunately never got to hear. You know, so that's for me. That's a little sad, but I'm sure wherever he is, he heard it. Right? So, and it's a great song. And it got a lot of radio play. I mean, just about everywhere. A lot of radio play.
Oh, that is so amazing. I mean, every time I hear it, it's like you put a masterful touch on it. It's like everybody loves it. I gotta say that. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, it would probably sound better if you heard me playing with a whole band live. Over here, I'm doing the best. I have this little amp off to the side. It's got a little speaker, and my computer is not the best at picking up audio. It's not the best. So probably the best thing that we do to do this would be in a regular studio like you are. You know what I'm saying? If that would come out perfect. It would be perfect. But did the best that I can for you to listen to what I'm doing, and then there was one more song. I'll just give you in the middle of the night. It's a nice. So it goes like that, and there's other things in there, but that's a really sweet song that I kind of fell in love doing it. And that song was supposed to have been a vocal, all right? Some young lady wrote the lyrics to it and gave it to me. Of course, I can't sing, so I had to. Well,
then again, many of us can't either. I can only sing in the shower. That's it. So
yeah. So what I did was I put the feelers out for a singer. And I sent it to 2 different ladies.
Oh wow!
And neither one of them could feel the song. They couldn't feel it. So I was kind of like, I was hurt. I could have kept searching. I said, you know what? Let me just do an instrumental of that. And that's what happened. I did an instrumental. So if I could ever find, I still have the lyrics. I could find someone who wants to sing it. I can get the lyrics to them. So we'll see.
Hey, ladies out there, if you're an aspiring vocalist or you want to get on with Frank Piombo, please contact him, and he'll work with you too. So
Mike, it could be a male too. It doesn't have to be female.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. That's right. So men, you can do it too. Women, children, dogs, cats. Feel free to contact Frank if you want to get on the album and talk and sing for him as well too. So.
That's so funny. Oh my God. So basically I just wanted to play a few things for you. The last time I tried it with tracks and it came out really muffled. So I said, let me do it without the tracks and see if it comes out a little better.
Okay. All right. That sounds very good. And we appreciate you playing as well, too. And we're going to take a quick time out, come back with Frank Piombo. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. We'll be back with the legendary Frank Piombo after this time out. This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with singer, songwriter, multi-award winning Frank Piombo here on the Mike Wagner Show. It's always great to have you on, Frank, and we love what you got, and we appreciate you. Give us an update, and just one more thing. What else can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Frank?
Well, 2021, I hopefully before the end of the year, I like to get my band together and start doing some gigs. Start off with maybe a CD release party that I never did for a family concept. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, keep writing. And I'm also doing some tracks for other people that are going to be on their albums. I'm doing something right now for somebody in Florida. I'm laying down a jazz guitar track for them. So I'm kind of collaborating with people. My engineer and friend in the record label company, he's releasing a book. He's been working on it for a while, and it's he's going to feature a few pages on me in that book.
Oh, amazing! I'm looking forward to it. Wow.
Yes. So when that comes out on Amazon, hopefully not too long, I like to purchase one, and if I get an extra one, I'll send it to you.
Oh, that'd be so great. And where can we find all your music at, and what's your website, and how can people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your works?
Yeah, my website is www.frankpiombo.com. Very simple. I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes, Amazon. What's some of the other streaming? iHeartRadio, which you are, so I'm on that. There's a whole bunch of them. If you just Google my name on Google, they all pop up. It's just so many of them. But the one that I push a lot of my songs in streaming is Spotify or SoundCloud. You can hear all my music on SoundCloud free of charge. Okay, and the full version Okay. I know on Spotify, I think you have to sign up for it and stuff like that. But I believe that on SoundCloud, you can just put SoundCloud / Frank Piombo, and all my songs come up, and listen to them for nothing, for free.
We certainly will do so. And once again, Frank, a very big thank you for your time with Frank Piombo here on the Mike Wagner Show. You're always amazing. Looking forward to having you on soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. Congratulations on all your awards, and wish you all best of luck. And definitely looking forward to have you on again very soon. And please keep in touch. You're always terrific.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's a pleasure.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because. Those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.